Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast. Let me put this microphone up here. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I know you can. It's a beautiful thing. I'm here. Come on in. Like, share, and subscribe. Like I say, I want to welcome you all to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast. We are here live on all of my social media platforms. We are on YouTube, Uncle Luke TV. That's where you normally hang out at, YouTube, Uncle Luke TV. Thank y'all for joining us over there. Make sure y'all let me know where you're from over there. We are on Facebook Live, my fan page. That's Uncle Luke's Facebook Live. We're also on Instagram, people. On Instagram, Uncle Luke Real One. We are also on Twitter, Uncle Luke Real One on Twitter. Yes. We're all over the place. We're all on my social media platforms. We're everywhere. You can find us everywhere. So there's no reason in the world for you to be able to miss us, because that is what the fuck I do. I am everywhere. Here, there, or everywhere. Gotta do it. I love the show, man. I love the show. We're getting so much feedback, positive, negative, whatever it may be. All feedback is good feedback. People are looking at the show, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in, because I give you a totally different perspective on things. I know I was on yesterday, and I'm on today, because yesterday was the day after the University of Miami game. Normally, we are on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We are normally on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 5 p.m. live. And then we rebroadcast the show throughout the day and throughout the night for the good folks who be working on those days. But you can always go to my YouTube channel to see the entire show on my YouTube channel. That's Uncle Luke TV. You can always go back to Uncle Luke TV. If anybody say anything about the show, if anybody got anything to say that they missed, hey, man, Luke said this, Luke said that, you can always go to Uncle Luke TV. And you can check out the entire show and other episodes that's on there also. And that's what we do. We don't hide, we don't run, we don't do none of that from nobody. We're here. We speak facts. A lot of people can't handle the truth. In the words of Full Metal Jacket, a lot of people can't handle the truth. And you got to be able to handle the truth. And unfortunately, that's what I speak over here. Everything is with facts. Everything got receipts. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can always find your way. You can always text me, or you can always hit me on the DM, and you can say, Uncle Luke, I need to come on your show to clean up some things that you may have said. You're more than welcome to do that. Shouts out to everybody in Tallahassee. I enjoyed my time there. Brand new hotel over there in Tallahassee, Sarasota, Florida. I see y'all over there. You know, it's a beautiful thing when you got people from all across the country tuning into the show. It's not just a local show. This is a national show. And we're getting better and better. Are we where we need to be at right now? No, we're not where we need to be at right now, but we will be there. But I'm telling you, we're getting large response in the hundreds of thousands of people from around the world that are tuning into the show. And let me tell you, in the next coming weeks, we're going to have another big show that we're going to do. We're going to have another big show. I'm not going to tell you who is going to be my co-host on another big podcast, but it's going to be big. It's going to be astronomically big. And it's going to get more controversial than what you think, because the other person that I'm going to be doing the show with is going to keep it a buck. And that's what we do. I'm sorry. I can't help it. There's only one thing I can do, is tell the truth. Shame the devil. Shouts out to everybody in Nashville, Tennessee. I love y'all. Norfolk, I love you too, Norfolk, Virginia, VA. Home of Missy Elliott. Is Missy Elliott from Norfolk? I think she is. I did a show there and saw over there. Glow, my favorite. Yep, we're on the worldwide right now. People, go and tell people I love you too. That's my girl, McCray. I love you. Go and tell people. That's where we at. So they don't miss it. Uncle Luke Live right now. Go and like, share, subscribe. Get them in the comments. Get them in the chat. Hey, listen, let me tell you about the chat. If you want me to see your comment, you can go to Facebook or you can go to my YouTube page and I can see all of your comments. I can't see your comments on Instagram. I don't know why they ain't right. I can't see your comments when you comment on X. But you can go to those two platforms, Uncle Luke TV, and you can go over there. If you want to chime in the chat, if you want to be like my good friend in Brooklyn, New York, Taylor, what's up, Taylor? And my other good friend over here. We everywhere. We everywhere. Memphis, Tennessee. That's where we at. South Point, he stays in here. He's a regular. You can follow him. If you want to know, if you missed something, he will tell you, hey, look, Luke said this. But I urge you to go to these different places. We've got a big show today, people. We got a big show. We're going to talk about all types of things in this show because now we're back on our regular schedule. We're back on our regular schedule. So with our regular schedule, I'm going to pick up from some things I said yesterday. Hopefully my good friend Streeter can join us. But this show is about sports, entertainment, and politics. Sports, entertainment, and politics. That's what we're all about. Shouts out to Duval. We in Duval. Duval. I love y'all, Duval. I love you. But this is what this show is about. And we keep it real. Whether we're talking about Donald Trump, whether we're talking about Stephen A. Smith, whether we're talking about Joy Reid, Jamel Hill, Don Lemon, whoever it may be on the political side and the sports side, whether we talk about football, college football, pro football, you name it, basketball, we're getting into that. I don't even deal with basketball until football is over. I don't want to see no basketball until football is over with. That's just me. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. But ladies and gentlemen, tune in. I thank you for tuning in. It's going to be a big show today. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Hopefully my man Streeter can join us. Hopefully my girl D-Love can join us. You know, this is short notice I gave them because I was over at 99 Jams. They shouts out to people at 99 Jams. I did a speaking engagement. You know, I do those every now and then. People ask me to come speak and give motivational speeches to their staff. And so I was at 99 Jams today in Miami, and I went over there. I was brought over there by Phil, the program director, DJ Nasty. Shouts out to them. And I got to be able to speak to the entire staff at 99 Jams. A motivational speech that, you know, most companies like to do in the first part of the year. Telling my little story about myself, how I came to go to where I'm at and where I'm at today. And that's what I did. And so I had a great time there. Had an excellent time there today. And so I want to start off by this. Let me pick up. Should I pick up from where we left off yesterday, or should I wait for Streeter to come in? Because there were some things that was in the comments. People were in the comments that I didn't know was in the comments because it was in the comments on Instagram or somewhere that don't show up on this platform. There was a lot of people in the comments. A lot of things in the comments. A lot of people in the comments. The comments. We love the fucking comments. We love to be in the comments. It's a great thing. I love when you are in the comments. So let me just say this. Let me pick up where I left off yesterday. So I had a conversation with Streeter about Kevin Beard, Mike Ryan, Malachi Tony, 7-0, University of Miami offensive coordinator, a long list of things after the game. A lot of people agreed and a lot of people disagreed. And I'll take them one at a time. And if anybody wants to chime in the comments, ask me a question after I run down the list of individuals who I may have praised and who I may have criticized. Let me just start off right here with Malachi Tony. Malachi Tony is arguably the best freshman running a neck and neck with Duke Johnson that has ever played that my eyes have saw at the University of Miami. Now, mind you, I am hurricane, green, orange, up and down. I bleed that shit. Way before the heydays, way before the beautiful thing. I am 65 years old. When I was 5 years old, I was being taken into the Orange Bowl as a kid with my little jersey on. That's how long ago, that's how deeply rooted I am into the University of Miami. So I've seen coaches come and go. I've seen the bad times when we got our ass whooped 65-0, 50-0, 45-0, when people were just coming down here on a fucking vacation. I was there as a kid with my brothers taking me to the stadium while all those things were going on, while we were the doormat of every program, where we did not belong. Where we did not belong, people. I was there. So all these new fans, brand new fans, I was there at Green Tree after Howard Stellenberger lost to Florida A&M, my first favorite college. After we lost to FAMU, I was there at the game. I was there. E.J. Baker and Kerry Baker was playing. I was there when Chuck Foreman was playing. See, I go way back. I ain't no New Jack Hurricane. I go way back New University of Miami before the Marriott boat lift. That's how fucking far back I go. So I go way back. When we was nothing. Lou Saban was our coach. Lou fucking Saban was our coach. That's how far back I go, boss. So I've been there, seen the good times, seen the bad times. Jimmy Johnson. I was on the sideline for 5 national championship wins. And I was on the sideline for losses. That's what I do. I bleed this shit. I was on the sideline when Mario Cristobal was a player at the University of Miami in that championship game. So how deep this shit is. I am going to be critical. I am going to be critical when it comes to University of Miami football. Because I love that shit so much. If it's fucked up, it's fucked up. If something's wrong, something's wrong, and I'm going to call it whether it's right or wrong. Mario Cristobal is doing an excellent fucking job. Every year, this man has made changes. When I had a conversation with this man when he first got in, this man said to me, we are not where we need to be. It's going to take time. It's going to take 4 or 5 years to get this shit back right. 4 or 5 years. Mario, I mean, we got pieces, we got players, and no, these ain't the right players. Even though some of those guys went off to SMU and they did good, great. They were never not good players. They were not the players that he wanted and the players that he is accustomed to knowing that would buy into the University of Miami program in which he's accustomed to knowing. So that's what he did. He went on a crusade and he fixed this shit. A tyrant that he is, as we all know when it comes to recruiting. He's got the best players to come into this program up and down. The man changed his staff maybe 3 times. Changed staff maybe 3 times. First, he had Steele, good friend of mine, Charlie Strong. He had a bronze winner and offensive coordinator, but he did not have the players. He did not have the players at that time. So he changed, overhauled the staff again. Brought in a brand new offensive coordinator, brought in a defensive coordinator. You saw them trending up. Damn it, we beat the teams that we're supposed to beat. And we beat the difficult teams. And we're here and we fuck up the Syracuse and we fuck up the Georgia Tech. Okay, we learn. We game management, we learn. This man learn. This man go get a game management. This man went and got a game management analytical person that he never had. He learned from that year. He learned to take a knee. We didn't take a fucking knee, and we wasn't even taking a knee the entire year. Nobody noticed it until the young man fumbled the ball. Nobody noticed it until he fumbled the ball. But if you go replay game after game that we won, we never took a knee. Fucking Shannon Dawson. So we had to learn to take a knee. So every time we get to take a knee, because we were the laughingstock of America. So every time we now take a knee, people are like, oh shit, is he going to take a knee? So this is a coach that I fully support. If you go back and look at my tweets, Mike Ryan, Dan Le Batard show, Mike Ryan, asshole. In my opinion, well, I don't want to say it because I do have dignitaries that be on here, but the capital P, Mike Ryan, who wants to get on Twitter and say, oh, Luke and Billy Corbin are not Hurricane fans. Mike Ryan, you can't wear my jockstrap when it comes to University of Miami football. You have done nothing for University of Miami football. You're a fucking pussy, Mike Ryan. Straight up pussy. And what you have a tendency of doing, Mike Ryan, I see you at the University of Miami football game. You say your little slick shit, and there'll be a bunch of police officers around, my son here, your wife there, your kids there. It would be fucked up if I slapped the shit out you in that moment. 9 times 10, you're going to run like a little bitch to the police and say, Luther Campbell slapped the shit out of me. You had a 65-year-old Luther Campbell slap the shit out of you. So you do that. I go to a corporate event for Adidas. One of the big dignitaries at Adidas is standing there. You come run up with your little bitch shit talking about some Ray at that moment. This is the day before the national championship game. Oh, Luke, you're not on TV. You're not on the Dan Le Batard show when the cameras are not rolling, idiot. You're on stage when you're on stage. If you want to have a conversation with me or a debate about anything that I say, hey, you can come on this show right here, Mike Ryan. But I know you too much of a bitch to do that. I'll go on Dan Le Batard show with that in mind. Because I turned down Dan Le Batard show because of his punk ass all weekend long. Dan, his producer, called me up all week. Hey, Luke, can you come to the show? No, because I don't want to come to the show with that pussy on there because I might say something that I don't want to say. I might say something real serious about him because he's a soft-ass, wimp-ass, coat-tailing, dick-riding, Dan Le Batard guy. In my opinion, he racist. Because he's one of them type of motherfuckers. There's a lot of type of motherfuckers that you have a real problem with a black man with a voice. A lot of motherfuckers like that. So I always tell y'all, it's the difference between Cubans down south and Cubans in high live. Motherfuckers in high live my kind of people. Now there are some Cubans down south that I fuck with that's on some real shit, but I fuck with the ones in high live. But Mike Ryan, no more, I ain't talking about you no more, because until you get your own show and get off Dan's dick, because what normally happens, Mike, is when you be on a show or when you be a member of a band, at some point, you got to break off on your own. You got to have the nuts to break off on your own and do your own thing. You don't stay up under another man's nuts for your entire life. It's like me. I was a member of the 2 Live crew. I broke off and I went solo. I've been solo for damn near 30, 40 fucking years. You got to be a man about it. Some point, you break off. Now, speaking of the other part of it, Shannon Dawson. I think his offense is trash. I said it from day one on a week-to-week basis. If you looked at the game, you would saw that shit was too predictable. I've been saying that. I am on record for saying that. I said it last year. I said last year Cam Ward was improvising. So if he's such a great offensive coordinator, why the fuck he ain't get no job after having the #1 offense in the country? I said TVD. Y'all blame this shit on TVD. You said TVD didn't know how to read no coverage, but TVD looked like Carson Beck. Carson Beck came out of this shit, but they looked the same. We got a defense, which I feel real sorry for, Because that Jason Taylor and that defensive coordinator and that Will defensive back coach and D. Lou, they coached their ass off all fucking year. They got that shit done. You saw the passion of them come out in them. And let me say something about Jason Taylor. Jason Taylor is a fucking excellent coach. Jason Taylor is one of the guys. Jason Taylor and Deion Sanders went the same path. Some of y'all don't know that. Jason Taylor coached Little League football on Pines. Jason Taylor coached Little League football before going to high school. Jason Taylor went through the path. Jason Taylor ain't just, I got a gold jacket, I want to go and be a goddamn head coach. No. That man coached Little League football. That man went from Little League football to coaching high school football at St. Thomas. That man went from St. Thomas to being a coach at the University of Miami. That man went through the steps. When guys go through the step, I respect that because they understand how to coach from the Little League level where you're teaching a kid for the first time ever putting his gear on to making a hit, to then clapping him up. Then he's standing in the line crying and his eyes, he's scared as shit. And then when he make that hit, then he's like, oh, this is fun. Then he want to keep on going. That's coaching on the Little League level. So what was that? That's why I coached that. Where the kid is in the back of the line crying because he hear the clacking of the helmets and all that and hearing the booms and shit. And he's like, I don't want to do that, Mommy. I don't want to do that. And then he stands in the line and you put his hand down in the dirt and you say, go and hit. And then he say, oh, this shit is fun. So Jason Taylor coached on that level. And so I respect all them dudes over there. The other part I have with Shannon Dawson is political. Outside of play calling and the use of your personnel, which I think is trash because we got too many weapons that we have never used. We got too many weapons. I'm looking at the team saying, shit, we can go 5 wide with NASCAR. That we got speed. We can go 3. We can go 11 personnel, 12 personnel. We can do this here. He never did that. So my beef with him is because he's never used all of his players. You got this guy, you got Malachi, you never come off the field. You never come off the field. Let's keep that, let's keep that right there. You never come off the field. What I have a problem with, you got Malachi, you got fucking Ray, you got JoJo, you got Josh, you got all these guys. You put 5 wide out there, you got a fucking NASCAR. Nobody could keep up with that. With the offensive line, never did that. So we got to the championship. Great. On the backs of the defense. Carson Beck came through. Shannon Dawson, did he call some sexy plays at some opportune times? Yes. But the other political part I have with him, as a person, when Charlie Kirk died, and he tweeted, I'm praying for Charlie Kirk's family. When he tweeted, I am praying for Charlie Kirk and his family, I had a fucking problem with that. You know what that did? He triggered Tommy Tuberville in me, a guy who I know, a guy who coached at the University of Miami, a guy who I sent my nephew to play for at Auburn and other players, a guy who walked into my niece's house in the hood and talked all his Jesus stuff and how he loved God to recruit my nephew and every other kid to go to the University of Auburn, but yet run for office and then go to the United States Senate and do everything in his power to fuck over black people and black kids. That shit triggered that shit with me. You gonna Kate, you sitting up here making Shannon Dawson, you sitting here making making your generational wealth off the backs of black kids, of 80% of black kids, and you fucking got some fucking nerve to jump out there on Twitter and profess your love for Charlie Kirk, the man who talked shit about Martin Luther King, the man who questioned whether a black pilot is qualified, the man who fought against DEI, the man who said all these negative things about fucking black people. Are you fucking serious? Fuck you, Shannon Dawson. And anybody who don't like it, fuck you too. You know, I don't play. I don't play when it comes to my people. Football out the door. Football is a recreational sport. But you show me what type of person you are when you cape for a, in my opinion, known fucking racist. When you cape for, if I cape for a known racist, then call me what you want to call me. But not no fucking dude who, and you sitting up in there, you get your check off of the performance of these black kids? Are you fucking serious? This is the wrong place to be. I will call your motherfucking ass out every time. And who don't like it, I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? I buy my tickets to go to every University of Miami game. I don't ask for a motherfucking thing from nobody. I ain't one of them Twitter space dudes where Dennis Smith gonna send me a motherfucking a ticket. Or I want to laminate to walk into practice. Fuck practice. So let me have this conversation because it was brought up to my attention that it's brought up to my attention when I mentioned the Malachi Tony situation and his dad. I wish Streeter was on here. I know his dad. I look at it, I spoke to his dad. I see his dad at the park. You know, my park is Charles Hadley Park. We have a building called Sam Johnson Youth Center, a building that I got built. Our park, Hadley Park, 28 acre. My name is on the stadium because I got the entire park renovated through my working with politicians and making sure these people are doing the right thing in the community. So we got a 28 acre park redone where kids could go out and play on a football field with turf, where the seniors will have a senior building separate from the kids because we know kids and seniors don't fucking mix. Where we have classrooms where our aftercare program is sold out on a waiting list. So what the fuck I do? Where we have the gymnasium, weight room, fitness center for the entire community right there in Liberty City. And that's where you'll see Antonio Brown, Malachi dad there. I don't know what's all the other stuff around everything. I look at the pictures on Instagram and I don't know who did what. If I misspoken about who trained him or who did whatever with him or how that happened, I know Malachi Tony has the bloodline of his daddy and his mama. And he's special. And a lot of things he do can't be taught because his mama is tough as nails and his daddy is tough as nails. So what he has in him, you don't find everywhere. You don't find everywhere. Malachi is different. They were telling me, they was like, well, Malachi really didn't play receiver. He just started playing receiver in the 9th grade. I didn't know that. I look at a dad picture on Instagram where he's putting the shoulder pads on his son, where he's there and he's at an event and throughout. I don't know who did what, but I can tell you one goddamn thing. It wasn't no fucking Kevin Beard. Wasn't him. Don't happen. Guys come in from high school, and when they play early like that, they're different. When they play early like that, they're different. Devontae Freeman, a kid who I coach, who Telly Lockett coached when we were at Central, because Telly Lockett over at Memphis now was the head coach and the running back coach at Miami Central and the offensive coordinator. Telly Lockett sent Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman went to Florida State. When he got there, he was polished. Devontae Freeman had over 1,200 yards in the playoffs. He was already special. You see those special type of guys that can play right now. And he started his first year in Florida State. A kid who I basically damn near raised. So Eddie Grand, at the time, who was coach, will tell you, he came in here like that. Jimbo Fisher got on the podium and said, he came in here like that. Now, along the way, we enhanced what he did, but that motherfucker came in ready to go right now. Teddy Bridgewater, Ja'Cory Harris, they were ready to go right now. You know why? Because a guy named Chris Perkins, the running back coach at FAU, the Geno Smith, was ready to go. Chris Perkins' daddy coached Geno Smith in high school at Miramar. Chris Perkins coached those guys along with Jeffrey Godfrey, who started in his first year at UCF. Chris Perkins coached all three of those guys. And another guy who led everything, a little guy named Elgin, he coached them. And they were able to play now. That was because of what Chris Perkins, the work he did and put into Ja'Cory Harris, Jeffrey Godfrey, Elgin, Teddy Bridgewater. They played right now because they were ready mentally. And that quarterback position is totally different. So you're getting some good coaching. So you got to give the credit, a lot of the credit to whoever mom got training him. Whoever mom got him being trained by, whoever the guys at American Heritage, because you don't walk into no college and be ready to go right now without some good information. But then you got to have the heart of a lion. It's got to be in you. Rodney Harris ain't no punk. Jeffrey Godfrey Sr. ain't no punk. Real bloodline. The mamas' is shit is tougher than the daddies. They're going to get me on. They're going to get me on that. So, if, I had to have a conversation with Streeter. So, this young man started playing receiver in the 9th grade. Because he always was a quarterback. Always was a quarterback. All his life. So, just imagine. Start playing receiver in the 9th grade, and you always was a quarterback. Finish your senior year, half of the senior year playing, going back to quarterback, winning the state championship at quarterback. That's a fucking dog. That's a fucking dog. You don't see that everywhere. So credit his mother. Credit his mother. The toughness and the bloodline of his daddy. And you credit that. And the leadership that he has in him. And if you want to know his journey, go to his mother Twitter page. Have a conversation with her. She'll break the shit down with you on his journey. Look at the daddy page, and you'll see the pictures of him when he was a little kid and all those things. But the kid is special. And I love the fact that he's one of ours. Because I told you, when I saw one of the games and they put his name up on the thing and that shit said Liberty City, that touched me because I'm a fucking diehard. I'm Liberty City. It don't get no different. I'm city. I'm city to the fucking day I die. That's what the hell I'm on. So now let's go on to what you all been sitting there waiting for. Kevin Beard. Luke, you're driving Kevin Beard down the highway. You're driving him down the highway. Why are you so upset with fucking Kevin Beard? Kevin Beard is such a nice guy. Why are you upset with him? And what the fuck is your problem with Kevin Beard? Well, I'll tell you. Without all the traffic and 1,000 people talking on here, I'll tell you. Gaddis is the one who recruited Ray Ray along with Mario Cristobal. They came sat in my office. Ray Ray was committed to Clemson for a very long time. Ray Ray had offers from Louisville and Texas A&M. He had millions on the table with those schools. Some kind of way, through something, all of a sudden, Ray Ray called me up the day before he was getting ready to commit to Miami because he had just decommitted from Clemson. Very fine school. Developed their players. Just up to this year, they start fucking with the portal, but they play their players. They love their players up. All of a sudden, he said, Coach, I know I have all these big offers over here at the these other schools, but Miami is in my blood. I say, well, Ray, I never tell nobody what school to go to. None of my players, I never tell them what school to go to. I didn't tell Carlton Davis what school to go to. I didn't tell Artie Burns what school to go to. I didn't tell Devontae Freeman what school to go to. I didn't tell none of them. And I could go down the fucking list of players that I coach that's in the NFL, that's played in Super Bowls, that played in Pro Bowls, that played big-time college football, all the way up until right now today. So that's what I do. I don't get on this fucking gram or whatever the hell it is and run my mouth. No, it's blood, sweat, and tears when it comes to me. I make the sacrifice, get my ass out there in the hot-ass fucking sun and coach these goddamn kids up. That is what Luther Campbell do. I don't do the beautiful shit, catching punts in the end zone. No, I'm the nigga with the whistle. Blowing that bitch for over 30 fucking years, bro. That's why I have the respect goes deep when it comes to me, Mario, Nick Saban, any of them. Because they know what the fuck I do and what I'm on. They know I don't play the bullshit. They know you can't give me nothing. The reason why you can't give me nothing is because when you give one of these fucking coaches some money, they got to zip their lips. So I have these motherfuckers get on here and they'll call me, yeah, Luke, man, you right on that shit, man. That fucked up, Luke. You right. Man, because they can't say anything because they take money from these motherfucking coaches. You can't give me nothing. Ain't nobody could give me nothing. Nothing. When Amari Cooper, one of my players, got on that bus and we went to Alabama after Miami turned him down, after Florida State turned him down, and he got to Alabama and Nick Saban came up to him and said, hey, man, I got to offer this dude. Nick Saban never said what the fuck he got going on. That's what these dumbass coaches do. I didn't know who else offered him. He had no fucking offers. He had no stars. And Nick Saban say, I like him. I say, Nick, he don't have any stars. You heard Nick say it the other day when they started talking about stars. He said, I don't give a fuck about no stars, man. I make stars. I know stars. And the rest is history. The rest is history. I ain't got to tell y'all the rest of it. So whether it's Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin, Kirby Smarts, you name it, they know what the fuck I'm on. And if you do one of my players wrong, I ain't got no problem getting on the airplane. Ask Eddie Grant. Ask Eddie Grant. No, I don't get on here. This is the first time that I ever had a problem and spoke publicly about a situation that I have a fucking problem with, because I don't do that. But this warrants me speaking out on it, because some of these punks on here want to have a conversation about a good kid. Let me explain to you Ray Ray. Ray Ray is probably maybe 2 or 3 kids that have played for me that I would let marry my daughter, because of the way he carries himself. 4.6 GPA, not some bullshit ass goddamn charter school, not some of these bullshit charter schools where they give you the fucking grades. No, at Miami Edison, the A school every year. 4.6. 4.2 at University of Miami. He's the guy that's a smart guy. He's the guy you tell him to run through the wall, he runs through the wall. He's the guy that Nick Saban said, this motherfucker reminds me of Jaden Waddle after we went to Nick Saban's camp. He's a kid, if you can imagine a person who you said, it was 2 motherfuckers like him. It was Amari Cooper, who ain't saying 2 words. Amari Cooper, I coached him at Northwest, ain't said 1 fucking word yet. If Amari Cooper put me in, coach, I'll shut him down. That's about the only thing you can get out of Amari Cooper's mouth. That's how quiet he is. A quiet assassin. Ray Ray, no different. I need to lift all this shit. No problem. I need to do this. No problem. Yes, coach. No coach. First guy at practice. Last guy. First guy in the building. Last guy. No problems with nobody, no smoking with nobody, no cussing, no diss, no I'm big guy, rah, 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 no getting into it with no coach. Yes, coach. No coach. Yes, coach. Yes. The perfect kid. He's not going to be the one to jump up in the face of the coach if he's not playing. If he's not playing, he's going to be like, okay. So here's my problem. Here's my problem. This where the rubber hit the road. Kevin Beard goes into the meeting. Ray calls me, tell me, coach, I'm gonna get in the portal. Because I never talked to him about University of Miami football, because I didn't want to talk to him about it. Because some of these other people led him that direction. I ain't had nothing to do with it. And that's what he chose, and so be it, him and his family. God bless you. So unlike Devontae Freeman or any of my other kids, that was him and one of these other coaches that was on my staff. One of these charter school guys or whatever the fuck it was. Because when you look at the pictures, okay, all right, good. Y'all look out for him when somebody treat him wrong. So what ends up happening? I go on there. I don't bother with it. Because if he went to a school, if he'd went to Clemson or somewhere else that they talked to me and we communicated and okay, what you gonna do, how you gonna do, how you gonna play him, and all these different things. I didn't do that with University of Miami. That was his decision and the people that was around him. That's why I never spoke on Ray Ray at University of Miami, where everybody, the pussy-ass Mike Ryans and the rest of the world, they all wanted to know, does Luke have a problem that Ray Ray is not playing at the University of Miami? I never spoke on that. I never went on a Twitter space and spoke on it. Never said one motherfucking thing about it. Never said nothing about it. Until now. When the kid called me up, coach, I need to, I'm going to get in the transfer portal. Why? Coach Kevin Beard came in the room, coach. He started cussing and all these things at me. He started saying all these things to me like, oh, you think you better than this one? You think you better than that one? You think you better than that one? He said, coach, I never said anything like that. He said, coach, I never said anything like that. In the front of all the players in there. Say, coach, I don't get out like that. I don't know what you're going through right now. But not even saying I don't know what you're going through, because he don't talk like that. And then he added this onto it. He said, that's why I don't like coach. That's why I don't like recruiting kids from no sorry ass school like Edison. I say, Ray, did he say that? Yes, coach. He said, coach, I don't use profanity, but I said, did you go tell Mario that? Because the last time I checked, the school where Kevin Beard came from, he didn't win no fucking championship. Amari Cooper didn't win a championship when we coached at Northwestern. Carlton Davis getting ready to play in the AFC championship. We didn't win a championship at motherfucking New Orleans when I coached him. Artie Burns didn't win a championship when I coached him at Northwestern. Devontae Freeman, yes. We put all that shit together at Central. He won one. The one with Kalijah Cansey, first round draft pick at what you call it? At Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We didn't win a championship. You want me to keep going? I keep going. I keep going. Other motherfuckers I coach. So to say some shit like that, he made it personal. Kevin Beard made it fucking personal. That's why when you get on the phone and call me up, I ain't got no word for you, bro. You made that personal. At that point, you crossed the fucking line. And it gets better. It gets fucking better. You want to know why? One of the reasons why Nevy's son ain't here? Because one thing about, they call me Uncle Luke. 99.1% of every parent in this town, Dade County, in South Florida, I am Uncle too, because they can call on me at any given time of the day, and I will be there for them in any circumstances. When it comes to fighting for these kids in my community, Dade, Broward, Palm Beach County, when they get on the phone and call me, I'll be getting on an airplane going to Jacksonville in another week to support a sister. When they call on me, I got no fucking problem from being there, using my voice and my platform at all times of day and all times of night. So when Calvin Russell mama, Nevy, who's like my niece, gets on the phone and call me and say, oh, I'm a little disturbed about something. Now, mind you, Nevy, I don't want to talk about this recruiting. Y'all go through the process yourself. Don't talk to me about it. I don't want to be talking about it. I don't want to be, because I don't want these fucks to be running around saying, oh, Luke told him to go this direction here. Don't. Your whole process, call me when you made your decision and we'll talk about it, because I'm up for everybody. It hurt me to death that I couldn't let Nevy coach you up. No, go through the process. You're smart enough. You got enough street smarts. You got enough intelligence. You're an athlete. You're in the Hall of Fame at the University of Miami. You know you got great common sense, and you're a fucking hustler. Go through the process. Just watch the bullshit. Calvin Russell. So more personal. Mario don't even know this. First time I'm revealing this to anybody. She gets on the phone, and this way before Ray made the decision that he needed to transfer. She said, Luke, we were at an event where Miami hosted the players that was coming in, the new recruits. I was there with my son, and there were other players on the panel speaking on how great the program is to the players and to the parents. Ray was on the panel speaking of how he stayed here and how he stayed the course, how he didn't transfer, how he put in the work, and how people how you should embrace the program and how great this program is for kids to come in and why you should come here to the University of Miami. While Ray Ray was on the platform doing the speaking, Kevin Beard had Nevi in the back telling her he will never play here. Ray Ray, the kid who's talking, will never play here. We'll say he heard of something, but he ain't gonna play. That bothered with her. Because if you know anything about Kevin Russell, Mama Nevi, she takes care of all the kids in the community. If you know anything about Miami-Dade County, we're not a big city. We're a big town. And all of us are connected one way or the other. And you don't say no shit like that to her and don't think she's not going to come back and tell me. That's crossing the fucking line. So everybody want to know why the fuck Luke dragging Kevin Beard? And no, Luke never did this with any coach. You crossed the line, boss. What did Nevi say? Kevin Russell mama, oh shit, they could do that shit to my son. That's why shit, part of me was like, oh, I don't know about that shit there because I'm pretty sure they romance his mama. Ray Ray came in here with offers from committable offers at Alabama and all these places, and he was committed to Clemson and everywhere else. He came in here big time like my child came in this motherfucker big time. So what's saying to me that they won't do the same thing to my child? That's crossing the fucking line. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't fucking do that. You don't say the school is shit. You don't say, son, you think you this, and the kid do everything that you ask him to do and more. You don't do that. And so my point to this is this. When Mr. Beard wants to make these type of statements, when you make it personal, especially with me, because ain't nobody paid me. I'm my own fucking man. That is why no college can't give me a motherfucking thing. You can't give me no money. You can't give me no ticket. You can't give me shit to sell these kids out. And goddamn, you can rest assured it comes back to me because they know what I'm on. And Nevi is on the same fucking thing. That's what we do. We support our own down here. So when you say some asinine shit like that, that becomes a problem. That is why I have a problem with fucking Kevin Beard. I'm not going to mention him no more. I'm done with it. That is Mario's problem. After this show, it's a wrap. God bless him and good luck to him. Mr. Ray has moved on to another chapter in his life. He's going to be great. Whether he makes it in the NFL, he's going to be a hell of a corporate motherfucker. He's going to make it. He's going to be okay. All these kids are going to be okay. And that is what we do here. That's what we do. We support our own. Whether it's Doc Holliday up in Marshall, want to throw one of the kids from Central to quarterback and leave them on the streets, we get our kids back home. When coaches mistreat our kids. And that's what we do. Mr. Streeter, welcome to the show.
What's going on, bro? What's chilling, man? Chilling, man. I had to take my jacket off, man. I see it's hot in here, bro.
You're hot?
I see it's hot in here, man. You don't what they said on you don't want full retard, huh?
Yes, sir.
What's good?
Everything good. I'm glad you could join the show, man. I wanted to ask you because I know, like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna go back to Malachi Tony. Like I said earlier, listen. who trained them, who did this, and who all that. My conversation was more about Beard and my debate whether he developed him or not, and everything and all that. That was my thing. So I got into yesterday with you on the show. We were talking about the daddy trained him, because I'm just common sense. I'm looking at the video, seeing the daddy with the pictures of his son, and his son with the little helmet on, and him putting his shoulder pads on. I know that feeling, because my dad scrapped me up the first time. I know that feeling when I scrapped my son up the first time. So I'm seeing all this thing. So I'm automatically assuming. I see the dad, because he's at our park every day. He coaches out there. He's at the park, and he trains all these little kids. So I automatically assume that that's what went on. So you please tell me the journey and the story of Malachi Tony, so the rest of the people could know. Help educate.
Well, from a football field standpoint, I mean, first time I saw Malachi Tony, I actually wasn't there to see Malachi Tony. I was there to see 8U Ravens versus Bunch Park Cowboys. My best friend's son was the offensive guard for the Ravens. It was in the rain. I'm pulling for the Ravens. And a little tiny kid takes a quarterback keeper up the middle for the Bunch Park to win the game. In the rain by about 40, 50 yards. And
Bunch Park Cowboys, for y'all who don't know.
I think at this time he's about 8, 9 years old.
In Opelika. Teddy Bridgewater played quarterback over there.
At Bunch Park? Yeah. At this point, he's like 8, 9 years old. I go over there to see who he is, because that's what I do. Take a picture of him. You know what I'm saying? Whoever the little kid is, obviously he can play. And Daylight was there at the time. And he was like, hey, that's my son. I was like, that's your son, bro? He was like, yeah. He was like, that's my son. You know what I'm saying? But he was a quarterback. That was the first time I saw him. And then throughout his career, his uncle, you know what I'm saying, his uncle Kengo, who was always there promoting Malachi. Kind of like how Restrepo had his people behind him, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like how Restrepo had his people behind him. He was always there promoting Malachi, speaking Malachi up, because Malachi was a undersized kid, and you know what kind of happens to undersized kids. But he was a quarterback. He was a quarterback his entire life. I know they always tell the story about him switching to quarterback in high school, state run. He won a state championship, carry him off into the sunset. But Malachi was a quarterback his entire life. And when I say quarterback, I mean Charlie Ward quarterback. He commanded the team. When he was 10, it appeared as if he was 14. Right? When he was 11, he looked like he was 15. So what you guys are seeing on the football film, you're like, he's 17 years old. And he always seemed or appeared to be older than he really was. Right? He always appeared to be older than he was. So it's not, that doesn't take me back that he's doing what he's doing, right? At his age, because he always appeared to be more mature. So he's a quarterback for Washington Bucks, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. One weekend during COVID, me and my friend got a bright idea to start having these tournaments, because the leagues couldn't get up off the ground. We was like, hey, man, we're going to get some masks, and we finna start a tournament called War Ready. And my homeboy was really good at booking the fields. We was all over Florida booking fields and inviting teams in. And Washington Park came one weekend. That weekend, which I wish we was queued up, I had to get on my phone. I'm gonna have to switch to my camera. Malachi did not play quarterback that weekend. He had, at this point, this had to be like 11U, 12U. He didn't play quarterback. He played wide receiver that weekend.
Really?
The first time I saw him play wide receiver. And even in the video that I just created of him, Luke, where I was talking about these kids stay home, and you see Malachi walking out, and he had the white jersey on. And at the end of the video, I say something to him, Luke. Luke, you know what I said to him?
You the same thing you said to Mendoza and all the rest of the people you discovered.
I said, hey, you got a new position, huh? And he
looked at video at. Send me the video so I can post it on here.
Huh? No, I'll send it to you. I said, hey, it got some music on it, so you got to mute it. But I just created this like right before the when the playoffs started. One of my villains had a bright idea, and I started creating these videos called "They Stayed Home." And Malachi was the second one I created. And right in the video, you can see me sound. I just texted to you.
You got to email it to me. You got to email it to me.
Okay, I'm going to email it to you. I said, hey, you got a new position, huh? And he kind of laughed. He kind of smirked. But that was the first time. That was the first time I saw Malachi play wide receiver.
So now, did you ever see him play quarterback?
I saw him play quarterback his whole career, Luke.
Damn.
I saw him play quarterback since that night when he was 8. Listen, people, listen. It was if he was Charlie Ward. Like he was a very serious kid. He could command. I got videos of all this, man. We were putting it together. He could command the field. I'm here to tell you, Luke, if you ask his mom, he's a better quarterback than he is anything, right? Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep saying this shit if he keeps doing what he's doing. Right? But he was a better he was an awesome quarterback. Like he totally understood everything. Like you saw him hadn't played quarterback in 3 years, jump in there and win a state championship versus Darion Coleman and Orlando Jones. So he, to me, and if you ask his mom, she loves seeing him playing quarterback. He's a better quarterback. But like I said, I don't know how long I can say this. He just had one of the greatest true freshman years of college football history, right? So the first time I saw him play wide receiver was at War Ready. And I just emailed you the interview. I got other interviews when I asked the mom. Like after they won state championship, I interviewed the mom from the stands, and she was saying why they switched him to wide receiver. I mean, to make a long story short, they just felt that that's where their shot was at because we have seen plenty short quarterbacks come out of Miami, throw 1 billion touchdowns, right? Win state championships, and then can't get no damn offers or stars. So as a family, they decided, no, if you got a shot, it's going to be at wide receiver.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you talking about rolling the dice and goddamn hitting. I don't play dice, Luke, so what do it mean when you get win a lot of money? What you got to hit? Head crack?
Head crack.
Okay. You talking about head crack? You talking about rolling the dice and head crack? That's exactly what they did.
See, don't say he was Allen Iverson. No, Allen Iverson played basketball too. Malachi probably could dunk a basketball too.
Allen Iverson could dunk. Y'all remember Allen Iverson at Georgetown coming out in that middle? Yeah, I don't know if Malachi could dunk, but Allen Iverson was something else. Went to jail and got the college came and got him out of jail. Put him on the Georgetown team.
For some reason, I can't. Hey, you'd have to download that video and send it to me. I can't. I don't know how to pull it up from that link unless you can put it up there.
After the story, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna switch to my camera and then I'll put it up for you.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Because right now I'm on the cell phone. My camera was kind of dead, so I had to let it charge a little bit. So he was a quarterback, but then he turned wide receiver in high school. He had a couple years with D.I. Bell, was coming into his own. It was like rough years at wide receiver. D.I. Bell was a young quarterback, and American Heritage just knew what he was going to be, so they was riding with him. And then eventually the light came on for D.I. Bell, and then that's when it got jumping for Malachi. Malachi broke all type of American Heritage records at wide receiver.
No, the kid is special. The kid is definitely special. He different. I mean, he is different. He is totally different. I mean, you can't make it up. I mean, Streeter, I know you.
That's what I forgot to tell you. At the War Ready tournament when he played wide receiver, my guys under the radar came. UTR under the radar from California. Under the radar, make the high school videos. I'm sure y'all know what it is. Turn up, man. Those guys. And when they would come in town, they would be like, Street, man, hey, who we need to we need to do a profile on a few kids. Still is in the right direction. They some cool dudes, some black guys, you know what I'm saying, from California. Because Malachi them came to my tournament.
Shout out to Under the Radar.
I was like, hey, go. I'm gonna bring it full circle for you, Luke. I was like, hey, go shoot Malachi. They was like the little short quarterback. I say, man, trust me, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. go shoot Malachi. And then that morning they shot a profile video on him, and that's the video you see with him and De La at the park, and they working out. That kind of went viral here lately. Somebody posted the video. It wasn't theirs. You know what I'm saying? But that was under the radar.
That was the video I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the nuance in the timeline, but that was the video I saw. I'm looking, you know, and I know the dad. De La trains everybody child. If you want the child to be trained by him, he's at Hadley Park every day. He take a small,
hold it up,
big,
Luke. I'm gonna switch to my camera, Luke. So hold it down. I'm gonna switch to my camera.
Yeah, and so again, this is a great conversation by a great player. And the thing is, I always tell people, you can go ahead and switch. I always tell people, this guy Streeter has seen them all. Y'all seen him with Fernando Mendoza when he interviewed him, when he talked to him. You saw him with all of these people. It's an eye for talent. God gives an eye for talent. If you got an eye and you see talent, you can spot it all the way across the field. And so when this dude right here is a beast at what he does. While he's fixing the camera and getting ready to show us some of this Malachi Tony, you know, I only got 5 more minutes left because I got to go to the Joy Reid Show podcast. I'm actually late. So we're going to show you this video. Then I'm going to have to run off of here and go do Joy Reid show. But people, listen, let me just say this. There are so many stories about so many kids from South Florida. Like you saw the DB from Northwestern put on a show for Indiana. His coach, I'm pretty sure at the time probably was Coach Whitehead. Coach Whitehead coached so many players to be top players in the NCAA and the NFL. Law allows. There are so many players. We get into, and I want to say this. You know, I had a lot of stuff I was going to talk about today, but I got off into this rant. I got Don Lemon over here teed up, ready to go. I have Trump over here ready to go, and I was going to show y'all some of my party night at the booby trap, and I couldn't get back into some of these things. So I want people to know, just think about it. And this large conversation about players, player acquisition. There's so many players in South Florida, Dade, Bar, and Palm Beach County. It's a lot of players. One school can't get them all. One school cannot get them all. One school have 35 to 25 scholarships. 35, and in those 35 scholarships, you got to pick your battles, what you need. You may not need wide receivers. You may not need cornerbacks. You may have a need for, I need 2 of this and 2 of that and 2 of this. Just say if you're going to get your skilled players from South Florida, and you're going to get your big players from Texas and Oklahoma and all these different places. Those are the places that you're going to get these people. And so when you look at it, they can't get everybody. So everybody has to go somewhere else. Shouts out to the villains in the chat.
Oh, there go Bird. There go my dog, King Bird. They all in here, huh?
King Bird in the chat. I'm going to have to jump off here unless you want to stay on here, but I'm going to have to jump off in about 3 minutes. There we go.
There we go. So that's the video. Let me see if we get some sound on it. Okay, so that's Kanye West song. We don't want to right. So, and that's his mom, and that's when he was at War Ready. Hold
on, back it up. Back it up. Back it up.
Right here is when I say big dog. Right there is when I say, hey, you got a new position, big dog. So in the white is when this is the first time I saw him play wide receiver. That's him, number 4. In this game, we had switched him back to quarterback. And that's his mama.
Look at the mom. See, that's if you don't.
And right here is when I say to him, and that was the first time I seen him play wide receiver.
Wow. But you saw mama run out on the field.
She was talking. Oh, she hate that. I ain't gonna say she hate that video, but she was talking cash shit too. She was talking all type of trash.
Peter, that's Miami football. Stop the thing right there. Pull it back to the ball.
Let me see if I can pull it back. I don't know if you can pull it back. It is Miami football.
That's Dane County football.
It is.
If you heard Jimbo Fisher talking about it, it's tough football. The mamas go out there and the mamas talking shit. And if you ain't coaching hard, then you ain't coaching at all around here. This ain't no, everybody get a trophy shit. Mama said, no. That's what I told Streeter. Look at this. I told Streeter today. I say between the mama and the daddy. I told Streeter, I said between the mama and the daddy, that bloodline, that's not a dog. That's a pit bull. That is a
He's laced up in the genes. No, he's laced up in the genes, right?
He's laced up in the gene. You know, normally you have soft mama, hard daddy, hard mama, soft daddy. But that, hey man, hey, I'd like to thank you for sharing that video right there, man. I'm gonna have to jump off. I had so much other shit to cover. I'm gonna have to cover that on Friday. I gotta go do Joy Reid's show right now. She's waiting for me. But man, I love it, man.
Out here, man. You ain't the only one with a motherfucking plaque, okay? You ain't gonna be stunting on me with goddamn plaques, all right?
What the fuck you got there, Streeter?
You ain't the only one with a plaque, all right? You got about 30 of them. I got one. YouTube. There's a YouTube.
What award did you get?
YouTube. 100,000 followers.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for Streeter. He got 100,000 followers. Everybody, we need a round of applause. We need a round of applause for everybody. Give it up for him.
I'm gonna put my one flag up, dog.
Hey man. Look, man, everybody go follow Streeter on Footballville on YouTube. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, and Twitter. That's my main man. We're gonna be doing a lot more work together this year. I gotta run. Thank you for following. Thank you for tuning into the show. I'm not talking about Kevin Beard anymore. I wish him nothing but the best of luck moving forward. Everything happens for a reason because God don't make no mistakes. God don't make no mistakes. Everybody, you may see something bad happen, but then there's something good that ends up happening out of it all. God do not make any mistakes, people. God don't make no mistakes. You just say, and you sit there and say, God, what you doing? What we going at with this right here? You may think that it's a bad situation, but he's preparing you for something great. But you got to have the faith. And if you don't have the faith in the man upstairs, then you're lost. You can't be sitting up there calling on him when there's some tragedy happen. You got to know. You got to know. I've always believed in the man upstairs, and I don't want to be on here preachy because I am the don't stop, get it, motherfucking man. But I believe in that man upstairs, so there's nothing that goes wrong in this world, in your life. You just look for the play. Always next play. In the good words of Walter Cronkite, hey, may the good news be yours. Peace. I love you all. See you on Friday at 5 p.m.
Well, make the booty go. 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 Pop, pop. Make the booty go. Pop, pop.
I need some bad girls. I'm gonna let y'all hear my new song. I need some bad girls. Come on, baby. Come on, right here. You and you. Come on with that, your fine ass.
Sit on the dick and ride on it.